Look, boys, fucking Starlighter shit stains. This is Homelander country. This is Homelander country. This is Homelander country. This is Homelander country.
Eric Kripke is a fucking hack. He has turned a show, well, two now, into what should have been an easy home run, into the most unwatchable garbage on TV right now. He is part of that very stereotypical part of Hollywood, the one that is obsessed with Trump. They have become so obsessed and brain rotted that they've literally become a meme. He has a cartoonish level of Trump derangement syndrome. And if that wasn't bad enough, he's proud of it. Pretty much going as far as telling his writers and directors, there is no such thing as too much Trump or Trump symbolism. I'm not going to keep complaining about this. I'm not like those other YouTube losers that watch these shows over and over and just to tell you how much they hate them. I'm done. This show sucks. Kripke sucks. We all get it. MAGA bad. White people bad. Gay good. Brown people oppressed. This is going to be the last time I talk about Gen V, and I'm doubting I'm going to watch the last season of The Boys. But I just had to talk about this one scene. It so perfectly encompasses what's wrong with this fucking show. So let's get into it.
Look, boys, fucking Starlighter shit stains. This is Homelander country.
Oh, God. This is Homelander country. I mean, if that was played for laughs, that would have been hilarious. But you're supposed to take this seriously. Homelander country? I wonder what that's a reference to.
Jussie Smollett says that attack happened just a short distance from here. Today, police don't have any suspects or even a solid description of the men. A reported crime that has rattled Hollywood and just about everyone else.
Jussie Smollett, a longtime actor and star on the hit TV show Empire, tells police he's the victim of a brutal beating that took place on this Chicago street. Investigators say they're treating the reported attack as a possible hate crime.
Can you head over and check the bear report?
Early Tuesday morning, Smollett says he was approached by two men yelling out racial and homophobic slurs. Investigators say he was attacked. An unknown chemical substance was poured on him. Police adding, at some point, one of them wrapped a rope around the victim's neck. Smollett told police the men yelled, "This is MAGA, Make America Great Again country."
Well, that's horrible. How could MAGA do that? Hollywood was immediately in an uproar, and celebrities were on the warpath to trash anyone that even considered voting for Trump as payback for this totally real crime. Actors like Ellen Page, which was the name she was going by in this interview. If that has changed, I don't know, because I stopped paying attention to her after this interview. The interview where she refers to herself as Ellen Page.
We have a media that's saying it's a debate whether or not what just happened to Jussie Smollett is a hate crime. It's absurd. This isn't a debate.
I agree.
Sorry,
Not at all.
I'm like really fired up tonight.
This is how you have to be fired up.
It feels impossible to not feel this way right now with
yeah.
the president and the vice president, Mike Pence, who like wishes I couldn't be married. Let's just be clear. I think the thing we need to know, and I hope my show Gaycation did this, in terms of connecting the dots, in terms of what happened the other day to Jussie. I don't know him personally. I send all of my love. Connect the dots. This is what happens. If you are in a position of power and you hate people and you want to cause suffering to them, you go through the trouble. You spend your career trying to cause suffering. What do you think is going to happen?
Wow, powerful stuff. But not all Hollywood was on the same page. Not on the same page. See what I did there?
What they didn't understand is that we were supporting him with our silence. Because we understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
And because a famous person said the quiet part out loud, dominoes started falling right after.
I think he planned it so that one camera was actually going to capture the attack. So there was going to be video that would have gone all over the media of guys in red hats, black masks, beating a famous gay black American. And he would have been a civil rights icon. This would have been a Rodney King situation. This would have set back race relations for many, many years. This would have been linked to Donald Trump. And Jussie Smollett, would have been a hero. He would have gotten everything he wanted with his album. He would have gotten all the publicity in the world. And that one camera was facing the wrong way. And he thought the media would buy it. And it was all going to work out. But cops are smarter than that. PD did a very, very good job of breaking this down. The story was almost too big to fail. And the media wasn't asking questions because they didn't want to ask questions. Because if it was a hoax, which I think deep down, even they knew it wasn't right, they didn't want to get to the truth, because if it was a lie, then that was a shame on them too.
As we crossed the street, we said, hey, to get his attention. Hey, Nick, hey. He turned around, looked at us, and that's when we started yelling the famous slurs he wanted us to yell. Hey, aren't you that Empire Empire fat Nick? It's MAGA country. Yep. And then he said, what did you say to me? And then that's when I threw the first punch at him, and I threw him to the ground. He wanted it to look like he fought back. That was very important for him. So I wanted it to look more real. So then I threw him to the ground. I used my knuckle and gave him a noogie. So I went like this.
Oh, that's right. I remember. The whole thing was a hoax. I mean, Jussie Smollett is walking around a free man because he's got some very powerful friends, but not one person on the planet believes Jussie was attacked that night. So why use it in the show? I don't know. Probably because Eric Kripke is a fucking hack and can't help himself from using a reference that he knows is a total lie because it's an FU to Trump and that's all that matters.
And now for the negatives. For a start, a lot of the social commentary in this season is the most basic, cliched topics you can think of. Body positivity, self-harm, gender identity, the most basic topics you could apply to a teen drama, and they're in here. I was going to say that at least when it comes to the political side of things, they remember to take the piss out of both sides of the spectrum when it comes to social media and monopolization, but towards the end they end up just turning the pro-Homelander soups into allegories for MAGA fans again, and we go back to the same old song and dance routine. This show, being more focused on Gen Z related topics, is even more Reddit-brained than Season 3 was.
Oh, well, I'm kind of like PewDiePie without the Nazi stuff.
What's the name of my all-time favorite movie?
Well, you're a white guy, so Godfather, Star Wars, or Shawshank?
You're gonna blame an innocent student for Luke's hysteria.
I'm gonna Johnny Depp someone so hard they're gonna want to crawl into a hole and die.
Even YouTubers from across the pond, who actually really wanted to like this show, are put off by the overt, one-sided political messaging that runs rampant in this damn show and The Boys. Things like this is Homelander country is so cringe and on the nose that they don't see how ridiculous they're being because of their obsession with Trump. And while other countries are criticizing Gen V, they got plenty of ball washers on this side of the pond. Nerds that use fake inflections as they do their reviews, knowing that anything other than praise won't grow their channel. Here's one praising the mockery of Fox News.
That's how Vought keeps their milk pure and white.
Well, if it isn't Firecracker, America's most trusted name in news. She's here to crack down on the woke agenda and those godforsaken pronouns. Pronouns! It's kind of hard to believe this show was written months ago, yet predicted the nation's rising tensions surrounding things such as DEI and trans rights. Truth Bomb is a biting social commentary on networks like Fox News who use the same hyper-reactionary headlines to stir its political base. In this way, the media has become a weaponized tool used to push a specific political agenda, and Vought knows exactly how to use this to its advantage.
I'm not here to defend Fox News, but to single them out as the only news agency that does this is really fucking gross. Especially since he seems to be mocking the way Fox News reacted to Charlie Kirk's murder. And since his video was posted a full 2 weeks after that event, I can't see any other way that's not what he's doing. And for some TV movie nerd to downplay that event, especially after how his side acted,
He's not real. Oh, he's not real. He's not real. Oh my God.
Everybody has not because of my name is
and again, this isn't defending one news agency over the other. It's the hypocrisy of saying one news agency does it and then praising the one-sided show that mocks it. But enough about that. Let's get back to the actual clip.
Sure shit don't belong here.
We don't want any trouble.
Sure you do. You're going to a fucking rally for a wanted terrorist and child molester, aren't you?
Hey, that hurts. Let go.
What? Where in the world in this timeline would that ever be true? Hey, that hurts. What the fuck? Who is this for? The guy is like twice the size as this fucking nerd. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but what black person is looking at this scenario and is like, yeah, that's accurate. What the hell is going on? You're hurting me. I mean, this is the perfect example of what Hollywood wants you to believe and what reality is.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white. Who want to be white? That's awful.
Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have done too much. I would rather
people.
Yeah, as a whole.
Too much good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
What should white people do about that?
Try not to be white.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No. Yeah, I am racist.
Are you serious? Or are you...
100%.
Now, obviously, neither one of these are the norm. These two people are ridiculous. Like, this is like the extreme left, and then, I guess, extreme black racism. I don't know how to describe it. And if this is how I describe the left, or even black people as a whole, if I was making a show, I'd be kind of an asshole. Even though these clips are real. No normal person would believe that's how everyone in that group acts. But this is Eric Kripke's Gen V, and thinking like that is retarded. Not showing the people you disagree with as a monolith of hate and evil that the main characters have to destroy no matter what, while also crying about how much they hate stereotypes and intolerance. Sounds like the most hypocritical bullshit that they've ever heard before. But for Eric Kripke, that's just a Tuesday. The rest of the scene is just Mary stepping in to try to help, and immediately the Homelander supporters attack and surround her. She uses her gross, ever-changing blood powers to beat the men down, almost killing them, really. And to top it all off, because it's Eric Kripke and nothing can be subtle, she finishes them off with, wait for it, a pair of truck nuts. I really hate this show. But that's it. That's Gen V in a nutshell. Honestly, the only thing this scene was missing was full frontal male nudity. Then it really would have been a perfect representation of this stupid show. But those are my 2 cents. I'm done with this show, and I'm done complaining about it. If you disagree, let me know in the comments.